I want to share on a personal note that I used to work at Amazon myself. I know Courtney still works there. I resigned a little bit over a month ago, and I went to Innovid, an Israeli company, because I felt it was no longer acceptable for me to work at Amazon in light of how they handled everything post-October 7th. I want to acknowledge and remind all of you that today there is still an Amazon employee, Sasha Trupanov, who is held hostage by Hamas. I pray for his safe return every day, and I wish for nothing more than for the immediate release of the hostages. It is unacceptable how that has been handled, and I voted with my choices as an employee in tech to leave. Now, the whole experience, everything that's happened post-October 7th, it's a very traumatic and difficult experience for our community. It's turned the Jewish community upside down. We never imagined we'd have an event like this, right? But I think it is absolutely beautiful that we came together, and I appreciate your time and your willingness to come out tonight to see us speak, so thank you for that. When this whole thing went down, Amazon built out, it has a wiki system where you can make web pages for internal resources. And the Arabs at Amazon Affinity Group made a public page that was titled, "The Situation in Palestine." That was the title of the company-wide wiki page available to every corporate employee. That is 100,000 corporate employees worldwide. Here's what that wiki page said. It cited Amnesty International, UNRWA, and every other impartial source we know and love, saying that Israel is committing apartheid, genocide, and every other claim that's completely untrue about Israel. It said that we have to divest from Israel as a company, as Amazon. We have to call on our leadership to do something immediately. And by the way, we're bummed that there are hostages, including one of our own employees. And there were hundreds of comments on that wiki page from Amazon employees that were like, "Thank God someone put it into words. I was so distraught. I can't believe the apartheid and genocide. So glad this wiki page exists." So immediately when it went up, Jewish people in the Jewish Affinity channel started saying, like, "Guys, what do we do about this? This doesn't seem right. Like, we can't believe this exists. This is very dangerous. More importantly, it doesn't have merit in the workplace." If we set aside the fact that these claims are not true, if we ignore that for a second, this isn't something that should be addressed in the workplace to this extent. So a bunch of people reported it to HR, including myself. None of us got responses, except later we all got the same response that was like, "We're investigating it," and that was all. A few months later, before I resigned, I went to go see the status of the wiki page, because I'm nosy, right? So I go in there and there's an update, like a bubble on that page that says, "This page went through an investigation process. The results of this investigation process can be found at this link," and there's a hyperlink to another page. When you click the hyperlink, it redirects you to like a ticketing system at the company. But unfortunately, it says you do not have permissions to view the contents of the ticket. So I have permissions to see that Israel commits apartheid and genocide, but I don't have permission to see the investigation that was conducted at Amazon. So that's the current state of that wiki page. Any Amazon employee has access to it and can confirm that that is in fact true. So that was really annoying. But there was another component about this that really drove me up the wall. Amazon reinstated a mandatory 3-day return to office policy for corporate employees. Aside from the fact that that's kind of weird that they track our badges, because I had to go in, I got to spend a lot of time in the office. So I got to see the things that were going on in the office. And in the elevators of the office, all the walls are whiteboards, and there are markers in the elevators where you could write things. A side tangent, one time I saw someone write "help me," which was kind of funny. But once a week, I would take an elevator at the office. I would see things written in Arabic. I would see "from the river to the sea." I would see "Free Palestine" written in the elevator. And as a Jewish employee, I would have to go and experience that and then go to work and go to my meeting as if nothing was wrong, right? And move on with my day. To this day, there is no public statement about the hostage that is an Amazon employee. No one in Amazon leadership has ever publicly called out the fact that one of our employees is hostage. Courtney alluded to this, and I'll say it in simpler words. A theory that many Amazonians have is that it's in order not to tip negotiations, right? If we create a lot of noise around this one particular hostage, Hamas will want a lot in return in order to release him. So that's the idea. Whether that's right or not is up to each one of us to decide, but I'm just giving you the facts of the situation, what led to my decision to leave.